Hey, what is going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about what has happened in the NFL in these past couple of days. Some players have been released from their teams, and some players have signed new contract with their teams. And free agency does start next week, so it is really going to be interesting for those teams that do have a lot of cap space, like the Patriots, Commanders, and Bears. The Bears have already made one move, and I'm going to be talking about that in this video, as long as other moves that the teams have made so far before free agency does start next week. So let's get right into it and see exactly what has, happened so far. As you can see, Jonnu Smith is going to be playing with the Miami Dolphins next season, which is actually pretty interesting because he did play with the Patriots and then he went to the Falcons. He did get used a lot during the Falcons, and I believe he's going to get used a lot during the Dolphins because they were really missing that tight end spot last year. And I think with a speed tight end like Jonnu Smith, he didn't get to get used that much on the Patriots, but then he got to get used a lot on the Falcons, even though they had Kyle Pitts. Did not make sense, but he is signing a 2-year, $10 million deal. And then, like I said at the beginning, the Bears are making moves already. They're signing Jalen Johnson to a 4-year, $76 million contract. I believe 34 of it or $40 million of it is guaranteed, which is actually good for that Bears defense because they did just get Montez Sweat during the trade deadline last year. And now they're going to be having Jalen Johnson. And I think the Bears can have a really good draft and possibly a good season depending on what they do. If they keep Justin Fields, are they going to get Marvin Harrison first overall and then Rome Odunze ninth? Or are they going to go Caleb Williams first overall and Rome Odunze ninth? Or maybe they'll go in there and get Brock Bowers if he falls to 9 or whatever. We don't know, but that would be a good thing to see. Or Calvin Ridley in free agency, but we never know. We'll have to just wait and see what happens in the free agency period. Tyrann Mathieu, he signed a 2-year deal, $13 million with the Saints. It seems like that might be his last contract. I don't know what team is going to pick him up after that. He is getting kind of old, kind of fell off a little bit after being with the Chiefs. That's a lot of how a lot of teams are when they're on a Super Bowl winning team and then they go to a different team. They just don't play the same. A lot of Patriot players when they went to different teams, they just didn't play the same. Tyrann Mathieu definitely just is not the same safety that he was when he was with the Chiefs. If he went back to the Chiefs, then yeah, I feel like he would play better because he was used to that system, played way better there. Tyrann Mathieu just hasn't done that much this year. So now looking at the players that got released, we're gonna be talking about first, yeah, Justin Simmons got released from the Broncos after 8 seasons. I believe this freed up like 15 million in cap or something like that. That is really impressive for the Broncos. They just also released Russell Wilson too. So I think that the Broncos can make some moves ahead of free agency. I don't know if they're gonna what quarterback they're gonna go for. Maybe JJ McCarthy, 12th overall, or maybe they can make a push for Baker Mayfield or Kirk Cousins in free agency. One of those two moves I feel like will be good. I think they should try and go for Baker Mayfield, even though he's probably going to stay with the Bucks because they took a chance on him, and I believe he's gonna give that back and stay with the team because they did just sign Mike Evans too. So I think he's going to want to stay with the Buccaneers because they kept Mike Evans. If they weren't able to keep Mike Evans, I believe he would leave. But now that he is staying, I think they're going to keep him. And Justin Simmons, I don't know where he's going to go. There are a lot of teams that do need safety. Like the Bears need a safety. The Commanders need a safety. The Chiefs, I think the Chiefs could use Justin Simmons. That would be pretty impressive if they could get Justin Simmons. I don't think it'd be that hard to get him. All they'd have to say is, we're Super Bowl contenders every year. Come play with us, and you could possibly win a Super Bowl this year. And I think that's the easiest thing to go and get him, really. It's just go and get him, say, like, throw an offer out there and be like, yeah, you can have this if you want this. Or you can just go to a team and go for money if you want, or you can go for a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. Who knows? I think that's what's going to happen. And then, Dalton Schultz signed a 3-year, $36 million deal. This is the exact deal that the Cowboys offered him a couple years ago when it was free agency period, and he turned it down. He bet on himself, and he got that deal signed with the Texans. I'm pretty sure Cowboys fans are not liking that because they did just realize that he kind of took the same exact deal for a different team, and but the Cowboys are pretty excited. They do still have some pretty good tight ends over there. So I don't think that's really going to be a big deal for them. I think that they're going to keep playing well, and I think it's going to be really impressive for both sides. Actually, I think both sides are going to really benefit from this, and I think it's just going to be a constant moving battle up front. And I think I don't know if those two teams play next year. I think they might, honestly, because I don't think they played this year. I think they might play next year against each other. But the last thing I do want to talk about, it's just a quick little video, is the Bills release Tre'Davious White and Micah Hyde, two good safeties. Let me see if I can pull it up. Where is it? It's somewhere down here. Here it is. Yeah. Tre'Davious White and Jordan Poyer. Sorry, those two players. And I believe they also don't have Micah Hyde anymore either. They also released their center Mitch Morse and their running back, what is it? Naheem Hines. So they're completely gutting out this team to try and save some to try and save some cap space, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to save that much because they're still over the cap. And I believe that the reason that they're still over the cap for the Bills is because that long-term contract that they decided to give an old aging player in Von Miller. I don't know why they did it. Maybe they thought that he could still get some juice out of there and keep playing well. But I don't even think he really played that well this year. He just, wasn't him. Let's see if we could pull up his stats real quick. Let's see. Von Miller. Let's pull up his stats. I don't think he definitely didn't play that well. It's not gonna be it wasn't a good season for him, that's for sure. He was hurt for some of it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 3 total tackles, two solo assists, 1 assist. He didn't have any sacks last year. That is actually pretty surprising to see, not even 1 sack. But yeah, they gave him a huge contract. It was like 5 years, 100 million or something like that. And seems like the Bills are really regretting that contract right now because they have to release some of their players. I understand Tre'Davious White only played like 10 games during the past 2 seasons, and Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer just aren't playing at their best, and the cap space that they're going to be saving is a lot. So I think that is really impressive that they're trying to do that. I don't know how they're going to be able to recover. They should release Damar Hamlin, even though that media press that they would get from that is not going to be the best. But it's all about football. It's not about the media. They really shouldn't care what they think. And the last thing I'm going to say before that before I end this video, Washington Commanders signed Zach Ertz to a 1-year deal. The reason why this is impressive is because Cliff Kingsbury is now with the Commanders. And when Cliff Kingsbury was coaching Zach Ertz on the Cardinals, he was used a lot. So expect to see Zach Ertz used a lot and maybe them use another tight end. And he can teach that tight end how to pretty much, come into the league and, build that other tight end into a better player. So I think that's just how it's gonna be this season. I think that was really weird that the Bills released all those players. Free agency is just getting started. Releasing players is just getting started, and I can't wait for free agency. I'm definitely gonna make a couple videos during free agency period. And until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.